Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. So, today we are going to move further to our next material related to avoiding plagiarism. Okay, so for today's is actually quite different, yeah, in terms of the video. I mean, the format specifically. Since my Canva is underway or undergo a was it a revision. I mean, there is such a issue, technical issue related to my Canva account, so the format bit different, might be different, yeah, from the previous one or like usual. But actually, hopefully this one will always, yeah, atau will stay or maintain the clearness of the video and also the PPT as well. Okay, guys, so fighting plagiarism is the material or topic that can be applied on most academic writing, especially in the section of development in introduction session, literature review, and also the discussion in which need to be supported by relevant, valid, and most credible sources and references. So that's why you have to know this topic related to avoiding plagiarism in order to make a very distinctive, a very meaningful, and also very clear and also informative and academic writing. So that's why this topic is significantly important for you. Yeah, not only for this semester, but also for your lifespan as a student. Okay, before we start, let's open this discussion by reciting basmalah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yeah, so let's get started. Okay, guys, like I said before on the previous slide, this format for video and also the PPT is quite different like usual, yeah, because my Canva is underway atau undergo on a technical issue, so that's why this format is actually was it is actually shortened and also smaller than usual. Okay, but I hope this one is not distribute while watching the video and also reading the PPT as well. Okay, let's continue. Avoiding plagiarism. For the learning objective, you are going to be able to conceptualize purpose, types, and example of avoiding plagiarism accurately and properly through discovery learning. Because on this occasion, on this topic, you are going to be introduced to two types of avoiding plagiarism technique, in which summarizing and also paraphrasing. Yeah. So on this meeting, you are going to be able to conceptualize what is summarizing, what is purpose, and also the example of both summarizing and also paraphrasing as a technique in avoiding plagiarism. Okay, let's move on to the another slide. Okay, so avoiding plagiarism. Actually, this chapter, yeah, or this slide is directly taken from or derived from Stephen Bailey books, yeah, about academic writing for international student handbook. So, avoiding plagiarism in the English-speaking academic world, it is essential to use a wide range of sources for your writing and acknowledge these sources clearly. This unit explain why this is vital and introduce the techniques students need to use. Further practice with this is provided in the following units, yeah, about the summarizing and also paraphrasing and also reference and quotation. Since we only have to focus on the summarizing types of the avoiding plagiarism, in which paraphrasing and summarizing we have to ignore the references and quotation, yeah, because it will happen and it will be discussed on our following meeting, exactly in meeting 12 to 13, I think. Okay, and we have to move to the concept of plagiarism. What is plagiarism, guys? I think most of you already familiar with plagiarism, yeah. Basically, plagiarism means taking ideas or words from a sources without giving credit or acknowledgement to the author. It is seen as a kind of theft, yeah, atau maling, mengambil, menggondol, yeah, and it is considered to be an academic crime, yeah. In academic world, ideas and words are seen as private property belonging to the person who first thought and wrote them. Therefore, it is important to all students, for all students, I mean, including international ones, yeah, for us, all of us as EFL, student, English foreign learner, yeah, I mean, to understand the meaning of plagiarism and learn how to prevent it in their work. The main difficulty that students face is that they are expected. So, guys, plagiarism is actually academic ethic, yeah, in which someone or student specifically use something as a source or reference without acknowledging the primary or the root source of reference, the first source or the first reference. It means that you claim something that is not yours is actually a very cruel, yeah. It actually defined as an academic crime in which you did something, you claim something that is not yours. It's actually an activity that related to a theft or stealing something that is not yours that definitely need to be punished, yeah. In academic writing, plagiarism is usually happening, yeah. It mostly happen in such academic world, even for such a senior researcher, for example, and also the researcher who might be unseen or who might be unaware, I mean, for this kind of issue, yeah. So as an academic writer, you have to know that this kind of plagiarism is not need to be happen, because you need to know that in avoiding plagiarism or in skipping this kind of academic crime, there are techniques to avoiding the plagiarism. So today we are going to break down types and techniques in order to avoid the plagiarism itself. So you have to be ready to be able to be skillful and mastering this technique in order to make a very original, I mean, a very authentic, a meaningful, and also informative, creative, or academic writing. So that's why this techniques or this topic is definitely significantly impactful and also important for you all. Okay, so next to the other slide. Okay, guys, next. There are several reasons why students must avoid it or must avoid plagiarism. The first one, copying at work or copying the work of others will not help you develop your blah 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 understanding. Sorry, because the word is actually blocked by my own profile, so I cannot see it clearly. Yeah, develop your blah 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 understanding to show that you understand the rules of the academic community. It means that you have to be aware to the rules, yeah, according to the rules and also the standard related to the academic community, because in such an academic world, there is a community that will help you, that will observe you in terms of your understanding toward the rules and standard of academic writing itself and academic context as well. And then the third one, plagiarism is easily detected by teachers and computer software. Guys, as a student, oh no, as a teacher, I mean, I believe that I can sense the plagiarism thing, yeah, because without further investigating or observing something deeply while reading someone's or my student writing, I can directly or automatically sense that this one must be indicating a plagiarism, because I know your progress, guys. Because as a teacher, I know your on route. I know your starting point. Because why? That make me understand and that make me realize I can sense your plagiarism thing whenever you write something that is not related to your style. I mean, I can be judgy somehow. Yeah, I can be someone who is what is it, a very strict in kind of writing assessment. It means that as a teacher, as a lecturer, I will know your writing. Yeah, in which are you guys indicating or implementing such a plagiarism activity or not. I will definitely know as a teacher. And also, the computer will know it further because, as we know, AI plagiarism, AI detector, and also the, what is it, plagiarism checker, and so on, is automatically will make you worried about that because as technology advance each passing day, it will definitely make the computer system will also observe you every single day, every single task of you have done, I mean. That means that you have to be careful while doing a plagiarism. It means that it can be detected by both teacher and also the computer software as well. So that's why you have to be able to aware. Yeah, you have to wake up, guys, because plagiarism is easily can be detected by me as a lecturer and also the computers at software, a tool that I can use to detect the plagiarism itself. Okay, the next one, it may lead to failing a course or even having to leave college. That's it. That's the best punishment, I think. That the best punishment that I must do whenever I see someone atau sorry, I found my student doing a cheating or doing plagiarism overly and frequently. Yeah, because guys, in such a writing course, you don't need to always use AI or a what is it, other types and certain types of artificial intelligence frequently or overly. It will make you become a passive writer. It will make you become lazy whenever you have to you or you are assigned to such a manual writing. Yeah, because it will be impacted or impactful to your writing activity and also skill. So you have to be worried and so you have to be careful for that. Yeah, because you deserve to be punished and also you deserve to get D or E even for failed to to pass the course. Yeah, if you found or you or you being caught or found guilty, yeah, doing plagiarism. So that's why you have to be careful while composing or writing an academic writing because it will make you be or being observed by me as a lecturer. Yeah, and also the college. Yeah. Okay. That's it. D. Several reasons why students must avoid plagiarism. Okay, the next one is acknowledging sources. So guys, there are knowledging sources. If you borrow from, yeah, or refer to the work of another person, you must show that you have done this by providing the correct acknowledgement. There's are or there are two ways to do this. Summary and citation. Yeah, Smith 2009 claims that the modern state wields power in new ways. Quotation and citation. According to the Smith, the point is not that the state is retreat, but that is the developing new form of power. Smith 2009, page 103 at the 130, 131, 3, 130, I mean. Okay, so that's it, the example of acknowledging sources. If you did something or if you what is it? If you take, yeah, or took a reference from someone else, it's your job to acknowledging the source. You have to cite, you have to mention the author, the writer of the source that you have cite, yeah, or the source that you have taken. It means that you already acknowledging the sources. Yeah. Okay, these are the example. The following sentences and also the table here is the example. Yeah, the citation that link to a list of reference. You can see it as the citation and also the reference. Okay. Okay, next one is degrees of plagiarism. Although plagiarism essentially means copying someone else's work, blah blah blah, it's not always easy to define. Yeah, I lost the right one words because it already blocked by my own profile. Although plagiarism essentially means copying somebody else's work, blah blah blah, not always easy to define. Okay, so there is a exercise, yeah, an exercise I mean to be done with your partner since we in such hybrid class, it's hard to me, yeah, to follow the instruction. Instead, we are going to discuss it together, yeah, guys, yeah. So you have to consider the following academic situation and decide if they are plagiarism. Okay, so there are 10, actually 9, yeah, in exact point or exact number. There are 9 situations that you have to decide whether this situation belongs to plagiarism or no, or not, I mean. Okay, the first one, copying a paragraph but changing a few words and giving a citation. Yeah. Is it considered as plagiarism? Copying a paragraph but changing a few words and giving a citation. Are you sure it is yes? This it is yes answer, I mean. Cutting and pasting a short article from website without or with no citation is definitely the second one is definitely a plagiarism. Yeah. And the third one, taking two paragraphs from a classmate is a without citation. That's definitely plagiarism because you're claiming your friends or your mates' work without giving a citation or without acknowledging your friend's work. It's definitely plagiarism. And third one, taking two paragraphs, okay? The fourth one, I mean, taking a graph from a textbook, giving the source. That is no paragraph that is no plagiarism activity because you already giving the source. It means that you already acknowledging the source. It means that there is no such plagiarism detected. Okay, the fifth one, number 5, taking quotation. Yeah, taking quotation from a source, giving a citation but not using quotation mark. Yeah, I think this one, taking a quotation from a source, giving a citation but not using quotation mark, is actually can be detected by a plagiarism by a computer software because you have to included, yeah, or including the quotation mark as well in order to avoiding the plagiarism. Using something that you think as a general knowledge, yeah, this one is not complete. I think some of the sentence are missing and hidden because the format is somewhat error or there is issue within the format itself. So some word become missing, yeah, or hidden. Number 6, large areas. Oh, okay, this is actually the what is it? The complete sentence for number 6. Using something that you think of as general knowledge. Example: large areas of rainforest have been cut down in recent years. Yeah. So actually, this one, using something that you think as a general knowledge, I think this one is not related to plagiarism activity or doing, yeah. Because use your general knowledge is actually your thing, your own thought, yeah, in developing such a paragraph or academic writing. And number 7, using a paragraph from an essay you wrote and had marked the previous semester without citation. Guys, you have to know that plagiarism is not always copying or claiming someone's work. Yeah, instead, plagiarism is also about or regarding to yourself claiming yours from the previous one. It means that you cannot use your previous work. Yeah, I mean, you are able. Yeah, you are. I wait. What is it? You can use your previous work. Yeah, but you have to claim and indicate that that is your previous work in which continue to be used on this recent one. Yeah, so it means that you have to also provide a citation and also claim the source. Yeah, even it's yours. Okay. And next one, using result of your own research, for example, survey without citation. I think it's not related to the plagiarism because a survey is actually the result of primary data you have taken. It means that you did it by yourself. So you cannot, or it's okay if you didn't provide the citation, yeah, for the survey and kind of what is it, research activity such as survey, interview, and so on. And next one, discussing an essay topic with a group of classmate, and using some of their ideas in your own work. Discussing an essay topic with a group of classmates and using some of their ideas in your work. I think if it is related to a classmate, yeah, or group of classmates, it is depends, yeah, on the classmate itself. I mean, if the classmate is already on your group, it means that the result or the ideas that become the result of the group discussion is actually belong to you and your group. Yeah, so it depends. And the last one, giving a citation for some information but misspelling the author name, and you have to be able to aware, yeah, you have to be careful while writing someone else's name because it will make you become a plagiarism. Yeah, it will make a plagiarism within your writing. Yeah, if you didn't write the name properly, the writer's name, I mean, properly, so you have to be careful. And the last one is blank because I think you need to find your own situation and decide whether the situation belongs to plagiarism activity, yes or no. Okay? This exercise show plagiarism can be accidental. I mean, for example, situation 10 above when the author name is misspelled and blah 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 and think of plagiarism, but really classmate. In situation 9, your teacher may have encouraged you to blah blah blah. Actually, the rest of the paragraph define the example, yeah, of plagiarism can be accidental, and also it depends, yeah, as I discussed before. So you have to be able to differentiate whether the situation is based on the accidental form or situation or context or not. So I think this one is actually not really clear, yeah. I will provide the ppt or the pdf form of this one so you can see the exact and clear slide for this one. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. Okay, guys, actually, this one is the star, yeah, the main star of our topics today about avoiding plagiarism. I mean, by summarizing and paraphrasing. As we know, summarizing and paraphrasing are technique in order to avoid plagiarism. Yeah, quotation should not be overused. You must learn to paraphrase and summarize in order to include other writers' ideas in your work. This will demonstrate your understanding of a text to your teacher. Paraphrasing, yeah, involves rewriting a text so that the language is substantially different while the context or content, I mean, stay the same. Summarizing means reducing the length of a text but retaining the main points. So guys, you have to be able to differentiate between paraphrasing and also the summarizing, yeah. Because on this one, yeah, on this example, paraphrasing involves rewriting a text that the language is actually changing a bit different while the content stays the same. I mean, the content is the main point is still or remain the same, yet the way you deliver or the way you write the sentences or phrases or word is actually a bit different from the original one. Yeah. So on the other hand, summarizing means that you reduce the length of a text but retaining the sum or the main point. I mean, if you got a reference in such three sentences, yeah, and you have to be able to summarize it. I mean, you need to summarize it. It can be shortened into one sentence only. That means you already summarize the sources, the reference. That's the actual purpose, or sorry, the actual concept of what is summarized. Okay, or what summarize is. And then you have to be able, yeah, to see this example. They are the example following these pages according to summarizing and paraphrasing. Yeah, you have to check it out by yourself and you have to read the example. Yeah, read the following text and then compare the five paragraph below, which use ideas and information from it. Decide which are plagiarized and which are acceptable and give your reason in the table. Okay, so we have to move to the another slide. Okay, guys, so for the fifth point, yeah, or number five aspect, I mean, you have to be able to avoiding plagiarism by developing good study habits. Yeah, besides using summarizing and paraphrasing technique, you also have to be able to avoiding plagiarism by developing good study habits. How is it? Okay, few students deliberately try to cheat, yeah, by plagiarizing, but some develop poor study habits that result in the risk of plagiarism. Yeah, so you have to plan your work carefully so you don't have to write the essay at the last minute. Take care to make notes in your own words, not copying from the source first. And the second one, keep a record of all the sources you use. Example, the author, the date, title, page number, and publisher. Make sure your in-text citation are all included in the list of references. So you have to be able to compose here or to find your own study habit because we already discussed a lot about MBTI and personality preference in order to find your very perfectly fit learning technique and also your learning preferences. So this is your time to shine, yeah, guys. Finding your own study habits in which good for you, developing this one in order to avoiding plagiarism. So that's why this technique is definitely important for you. Okay, guys, since the learning objective for today's material is all about only conceptualize. So on this exercise for today's meeting, you are going to have to differentiate, yeah, how to summarize and how to paraphrase a paragraph. Yeah, so you are be able to conceptualize these two types of avoiding plagiarism technique. Okay, since this slide is not able to show the exercise for today's meeting. Instead, I will provide you the exercise sheet, yeah, along with this PowerPoint and also the video that will be posted directly on your GCR. So you have to download it and you have to read the instruction and then you have to submit the task on time. Okay, that's it. Best of luck. Okay, guys, that's all. Thank you so much, and let's close this material, by reciting Hamdalah. Alhamdulillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you so much. See you next week, and see you around. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.